Okay, so I've been posting content on this channel for a long time now, more than a year, and I've not been consistent, but I've been posting. And the people who have been following me know that I've been posting content on a lot of things, on a lot of topics that I'm interested in, a lot of things that I want to share my thoughts on. And generally speaking, this is a bad practice for the YouTube algorithm because it messes up your audience and it's not good if you want to build your personal brand and stuff. For all the logistical reasons, people just want to stick down to one topic and be an expert on that. And I really do want to grow my YouTube channel. It means a lot to me, and I want to share about those things, why I learned so many things, and why I am still learning so many things, and why you might also find and have multiple interests and hobbies in many things, because it might ultimately be the key to a meaningful life. And in this video, I want to share exactly about this thing. Let's get started. Alright, so one of the first reasons why we should pursue multiple interests and hobbies is because we must strive to be generalists in this world of AI. Because a generalist is somebody who knows so many things but knows none of them in depth. And why I emphasize on being a generalist, and I've explained this in my previous video as well, is that we already have the technology, the capacity to produce masters in any field, which is an AI agent. So an AI will always be a better specialist than you, because the way AI works is that it consumes a lot of data and then it processes it in forms of calculations and then it spits out an output. And there is no way with our current biological limitations that our brain can beat the amount of data that an AI can consume in a single second, in a single millisecond, in an hour, in a day, because our brains are limited. And AI is fed these gazillions of bytes of memories every second, and from that it can compute precise calculations. But on the other hand, what we are good at is broad-minded thinking. AI can never beat us at that, at least not right now, because AI still needs a lot of data, a lot of input, a lot of massaging of the data, a lot of feedback to be able to give one right answer. But we, on the other hand, depend on pattern recognition, thinking, intuition, and so even if we don't know a lot about a particular subject, we might be able to make a fair guess at something, and that guess has a 60 to 70% accuracy. And this is possible because of all the years of evolution that we have had, and the amount of understanding that we can take, and the amount of understanding that we have even when given small amount of data. And so the aim should never be to be specialist, because we can never beat AI out. The aim should be to be generalists, should be to be leaders, should be to be masters of these AI, because only then we will be able to make use of the full power of AI that we have right now. Okay, so the second reason why I advocate having so many interests and hobbies is that it helps us save a lot of time. And you'd be confused and say, hey Anudeep, pursuing multiple hobbies requires effort and time, and so how will we be saving time? And my answer to that is, you'll be saving time that you would have wasted. I see a lot of my friends, a lot of my family members, a lot of the people around me who just waste their life out. They're just busy being busy. They just do the things that they have to do. For example, they'll take a bath because they have to, they'll eat food because they have to, they'll go to the job, they'll spend 8 to 9 hours of their waking hours in a job because they have to, they'll sleep because they have to. So most of the life is the things that they do because they have to, and then 2 to 3 to 4 hours that they get at the end of the day, they just spend it just wasting, because they give an argument to themselves saying that they've earned it, that after doing all the things that they have done, now they have the time to waste. But if you have multiple hobbies and interests, you will somehow manage to carve out time to pursue them. And that in a way is a very big victory, because most people don't even get there. Like, our lives are getting busier day by day, and just to be able to make time to pursue those hobbies will make you so time efficient, will make you so productive, will help you learn a lot of things, while those people that are there who are just going to the school, just going to the college that they're studying, just doing the job, those people, they will be at the exact same position that they are in 2 to 3 to 4 years from now, while you would have learned so much. And then the people who are just constantly learning about new things, and by the way, the best way to learn is by doing. So by pursuing multiple hobbies, by doing that particular thing that you're interested in, you're learning it, and eventually you'll have so much knowledge, and there will come a point that all of it will begin to pay off. And so that's why I really believe that you should follow as many interests as you can early on in life, so that you can narrow it down later and then produce a masterstroke. another point that I want to mention is that following multiple things early on gives you this entrepreneurial mindset, something that people are lacking but they want to have. It's trendy right now with the startup ecosystem, but it's very hard to inculcate. And this pursuing of hobby and this pursuing interest will not only be a joyous thing, because having multiple hobbies and things allows you to think for yourself, allows you to take action for yourself and to live life for yourself instead of just following things that you have to do, as I mentioned previously. You will learn these new things, amazing things, and you will stack these skills on top of one another, and one day they are going to pay off big time. But I want to tell you that even if they don't pay off big time, you still had a lot of fun and those moments were joyous because it was your hobby, right? And what better way there is to live than doing the things that we want to do? And this is something that all entrepreneurs have, this go-getter mindset of trying out new things, but more importantly, failing at those things, because failing will teach you a lot of things. Failing will teach you how not to do a particular thing, what to do instead. And so most people don't even get there because they are afraid of failing. But if you try out multiple things, you will know what you're good at, what you're not good at. And even if you're not good at something, if you want to get good at that, you'll come to know. And if you don't want to get good at that, you'll just scrape it off. But for you to get to that position, you have to put in the effort. You have to just try out these things, just put in the effort and then just see where life takes you. But because people just want peace and stability and stuff, and I get that, I'm not against it. People just don't reach this level of expertise and hence lead mediocre lives. Nothing against mediocre life, but yeah, if you want to do something big, you have to have this attitude of just trying out different things and then not giving a damn if it doesn't work out. Not worrying about friends, family, people, your colleagues, your classmates, not worrying about any of those people, not worrying about the world if a particular thing does not work out. You have to inculcate this growth mindset of always believing that what you tried gave you something, you learned something out of it, and then just moving forward. Okay, so after you have started to pursue multiple interests and hobbies, and this mental model comes later on in life, is that it is absolutely fine to quit. It is absolutely fine to quit doing something that you started, and there is no need to cling on to it. There is no need to define yourself by that hobby or interest that you were following, because you are not that. That is just a thing that you did. That is just a job that you did. That is just an idea that you pursued. That is just a person that you followed. That's it. You are not that/them. Because in life, you really need to know what you're good at, but more importantly, you need to know what you're not good at. And this thing that you're not good at, you can either love it and do it as a leisure activity in your pastime, or you can just hate it and not do it. Because if something is internal, something is motivated by internal factors, you will at least do something in your leisure activities because it gave you joy. It was your hobby, right? But if you realize that you're not good at something and you are also not willing to do it for leisure purposes, you might as well come to the conclusion that you started pursuing that because of some external motivation, because you found that a friend of yours did that and became successful. Somebody else did that and became famous, and maybe you wanted that money and fame, but now you realize that that money and fame is not important, or you can get that money and fame via other means and you don't need to do this activity. So there is no need to cling on to that, to make your personality and your identity based on that particular thing. You can absolutely scrape it off, because this is a small life. We have limited time, energy and resources, and we really want to spend the time on things that we love spending time on. But then finally you can ask, why do we even have to do multiple things if life is short? And my simple answer is because you have to try. You really cannot know how good or bad, how wonderful or ugly something is until you get your hands dirty in it, until you try it out yourself. You can read all the books and articles in this world. You can listen to all podcasts, and you can, watch all the YouTube videos and movies and documentaries. But you will not know for sure if that particular thing is for you, if you really enjoy that, or if you are meant for it, or if you can work on yourself to excel in that thing. You can really not know until and unless you actually do the thing. And that's why, at least in the earlier stages of your life, till 20, 25, 30, even 35 and like till like 40, you should be trying out a bunch of stuff. And then this will give you the understanding of what it is that you are good at, what it is that you want to do. And then you can start to specialize. And by then, even AI systems might be evolved. So you don't even need to specialize. You can just have this good broad level understanding, because vagueness will not do it when you are giving instructions to an AI. Anyways, the point is that you have to try things out for yourself to know if they are for you or not. And to be honest, university life and early bachelor and even early married life is ideal time for this, because you don't have many responsibilities and you have all the time in the world to explore these things. And once you set on something, then you can start excelling at that. This really is the golden period, and I hope you make the best of it. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. I hope you find value out of it. Thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.